Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Vancouver for today's daily challenge where the speed limit is increased in tunnels and we get double the number of road tiles. It will be lovely. We will send this yellow house on this yellow road. Well, it's a white road, but you know what I mean. It's a road that ferries yellow cars to yellow businesses, thereby making it a yellow road. Good morning, Hulkamat. Hulkamat was here first, and someone else is going to have the opportunity to be here first because I accidentally hit the stop streaming button instead of the start recording button. So, you know, Hulkamat, if you want to be first again, listen, you can be first again. There's nobody stopping you right now. That's all I'm saying. This yellow thing here, we're going to loop this around the long way. Actually, you know what? That's silly. Let's do this instead. We'll swing the yellows here. We'll have these three yellows go off, do that. There. 3 of you service that. 2 of you go that away. You come this way. Nora, what? Nora, I just fed you. You didn't bring back your ball after I threw it. Did you bring it back this time? No. No, don't lie to me. It's not here. I don't see it, cat. It doesn't exist. Okay. That's better. Hi. Yes, you're very cute and soft and furry. And sometimes a little bit nuzzly. It's almost like you're a cat. I know. You're gonna give people ideas, Nora. Keep acting like a cat in this way. This dark blue can go up that way. This gray is in a frankly terrible position, but, you know, this is why we have motorways, I suppose. Motorway number 1 will draw up here, get up that way. That'll be cool and fine. Eventually, will we want that to be a bridge? I don't really know how we can bridge this easily. I guess we could bridge it, like, all the way up and around here. That seems silly. That seems silly. Hello. What is with your presents and your rubbings? What have you done? Have you brought me another thing? I do not see a thing. I just see a Nora cat. Okay. My microphone's all the way over there, Nora. Hi. Hello. Get. Get. Alright, let's take a bridge. Hulkamat says there's an odd situation where Twitch doesn't seem to understand that I'm alive unless you click my username. That is weird. Is that something that's happened before, Matt, or something that just happened today? Because if it just happened today, my inclination would be to say that it has something to do with me accidentally double-clicking the stop streaming button. So, but, you know, I could be wrong about stuff. There's always the possibility that I'm just plain old wrong about stuff. Alright, well, if it turns into an issue, we'll deal with it later. Speaking of things with which we'll deal later, YouTube, specifically. YouTube memberships, super chats, all of that good stuff. Listen, number going up has always been proven to make brain feel better, and in this instance, number went up enough that I was eligible to apply for and join the YouTube Partner Program, which means super chats and channel memberships are a thing, and that means I should probably, you know, learn what they do and maybe even do something with them. That seems like work, honestly, but, you know, good, decent, rewarding work, potentially. Listen, this is a direct message to people on YouTube. Do y'all want, like, channel memberships and perks and benefits and all of that? Because I'll do it. I'll figure out, like, there's probably a way to, like, I think there's a way to simul-stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and we can have, like, combined chats and all of that. I don't know. Shit's weird, and I'm old. But, yeah, if that's a thing, we should and can do that thing. Again, number up, brain feel better. Good morning, Sunflare Space. Good morning, Clancy. The Cropita S is here as well. All right, this yellow business way over here is kind of awkwardly placed. It would help, rather, if I drew the bridge properly. It would help if I drew the bridge properly. God. All right. You come down here, you go down there, there. Now the 4 of these yellows can herk themselves up this way. This is kind of a truly ridiculous path, and I would say, actually, yeah, let's not do this, actually. Let's not do that ridiculous thing. Instead, let's do a different ridiculous thing. Specifically, let's take these 2 yellows here.
Hear ye! Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Hulkamat is here first again. Listen, we've only done 700 of these. We're not going to be expected to get them right or decent or well or good, honestly. Who expects you to do things right, decent, well, or good within the first 700 times you do them? Okay, so we've drawn motorway number 2 here to ferry these 4 yellows in a generally upward direction. In turn, we're going to build an enormous bridge in the harbor. That seems fine. Harbors aren't important for commerce or travel or nothing, so you can just build bridges in them, all willy and nilly. I think that's going to be just fine. If I wanted to get a little bit fancy, I would take these 2 grays and hook them around up this way. Yes, I did say hook them around up this way and then traffic light them down here, but effort. Sounds like work. Also, sounds like we're going to bulldoze not 1 but 2 trees on our path to getting this gray business taken care of. All of which should be just fine, by the way. Another piece of business. So many pieces of business today. Hulkamat, for about 4 seconds there, I forgot that there was a musician named Chubby Checker, and I thought you were just weirdly, strangely calling me fat. Which, I mean, fair, but rude in my head. Okay, so these dark blues will go up here. Another piece of business that I had and wanted to discuss was the result of the new game poll that will hopefully, theoretically, work and competence allowing. And listen, both of those are sometimes working against us. We need both my work to be decent, which it looks like it's going to be today, and we need the Goog to be competent, which, boy, that can be up in the air sometimes. But work and competence allowing, our new Tuesday stream game for the foreseeable future is... I should have a drum roll drop. Should definitely have a drum roll drop. Anyway, it's Spider-Man! Spider-Man, he does whatever the reasonably 8-legged arachnid gentleman can. It is Marvel's Spider-Man, the original, the very firstest one. It is a good video game, some would say a great video game. Yeah, the original Spider-Man video game. No Spider-Man had ever been in a video game until it was released for the PlayStation 4, and that's the version that we're going to be playing. Clearly, obviously. Not a single Spider-Man game had ever been made until the one that we will be playing. I have, Hulkamat, I played the Spider-Man game on a subathon. I think it might have even been the very first subathon. Way back in the day. I played it for an hour or so. I don't remember much. The only thing I really remember is I got to the first boss fight, and I couldn't figure it out, and it kicked my ass, and I got frustrated, and we moved on to another game. But that was several years ago, and I'm better at video games now. Maybe. Also, you know, people voted for it. Listen, this was a very close poll. The ranked choice voting really showed up for this one because there were games that got more first place votes than Marvel's Spider-Man, but none of them got like a majority or nothing. So the ranks kicked in, and it was like, okay, this game's eliminated. People who had that, that's people who had Marvel Spider-Man second place got votes from that, and then this game, and this game, and this game's eliminated. And after like 8 rounds of voting, it's like, okay, Marvel Spider-Man, you are the winner. By the way, I'm going to say Spider-Man just like every single time, because I think it's funny, and there's no such thing as beating a joke into the ground if you think it's funny. So, all right, let's take a motorway. I think what I want to do, I want to restructure this situation here. Because I think I can do this bridge a little bit better, first of all. I think what we should do is we're going to have the 1, 2, 3 of you come up here, and then all of these here are going to swoop in here. We're going to have a perfectly cromulent traffic light right there, and then this is going to want to diagonalate itself over here. So we're going to eliminate this bridge. We're going to diagonal this road up to here, and that actually, if I go up, yeah, we're going to grab the bottom of this and then loop around and hit the top of this. And then these 2 light blues right here will just motorway number 4 themselves up in a generally thatly direction. Hulkamat says, you start the PS4 Spider-Man game, you don't understand at all how to play it in the tutorial, you die several times, you get incredibly frustrated, but then it just kind of clicks and you're God. Which might be the sign of... It doesn't sound like a sign of bad controls so much as it sounds like a sign of a bad tutorial. But, we'll get there. We'll figure shit out. Maybe, hopefully. Listen, it's entirely possible that, I think the first boss is, not Q-Ball. Vincent D'Onofrio from Daredevil. Wilson Fisk. I think the first boss is Wilson Fisk. It's entirely possible that I just get Fisked to death, and if that happens, then we'll go with the second place game. Listen, if I suck at game and hate game, only once have I ever pulled the ripcord on a game. Well, only twice have I ever pulled the ripcord on a game after it has won a poll. And one of those was because it turned out I wasn't technically capable of playing the game, and the other was because it was going to give me a heart attack. And I don't think Marvel's Spider-Man is going to give me a heart attack, but, I'm fatter and have a weaker heart than when I played Subnautica, so who knows? Oh, cardiologists of the world, I'm probably mostly kidding about that. Anyway, yeah, you're not going to survive the week, bud. You need direct and definite intervention here, actually. You know what? I think the thing we're going to do about this for the short term is we're going to grab motorway number 1 and we're just going to herk it over here and we're going to overfuck this guy. Listen, we can overfuck this guy if we need to. We don't particularly want to, but it's within the possibilities. There are many options available to us, one of which involves the overfucking of this guy. So, I even have an idea for a road that might come in and swing that. Okay. Hulkamat is going to work. He wishes us luck on the infinite run, although noticing that business is dying is kind of problematic to the whole infinite run situation, but, it'll be fine. Everything here is gonna be fine. There's no such things as problems. There's no such things as problems is the title of the episode, I guess. It doesn't sound right, but, I haven't been funny this morning? No, that's not true. I'm always funny. Don't critique that statement. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to fork this road right here. We're going to have another PCTL right about that-ish way. And at present, we have 4 gray houses supporting... We seem to have 4 gray houses supporting 3 gray businesses, which seems bad. Yeah, I don't think that works. Hold on. I have a better idea. My first better idea is we're going to chop all of this road. We're going to voop, voop, and voop. we're going to oop motorway number 2 up here so that just these 3 yellows go off that way. Then we're going to grab you, and just for funskies, we're going to pull you along for the ride. And y'all are going to go up here and hug this and swoop in that away and service this thing. So now we only have, well, we have 4 gray houses servicing 2 gray businesses, which is still, bad, but it's a slightly different form of bad, which makes it better? Question mark? I don't think that's how bad things work, but, this is an open question as to whether or not bad things work as a concept in general. So, you'll have to give us some leeway here. Speaking of being given leeway here, we're going to do this, and we're going to traffic light that. And now we have 7 houses supporting 1, 2, 3 light blue businesses, which also seems bad, and yet I'm sure it'll go better. I'm not actually sure of that, but it'll be okay. All right, we'll take a tunnel. I've got some dark blues developing over here. I could... Oh, gross green. Okay, well... Yeah, that's just unfortunate, your placement there, because you've got a... Yeah, there's no real... Well, that seems bad. What are we going to do about you, buddy? All right, you, and you. Come here. You point that way. You point that way. Motorway number 3 will get moved over in this manner. And then, what we can do is run this lengthy road over here. And these 2 greens go into this business, which, listen, is not exactly the best thing. One could rather passionately argue that it's not even a good thing, but, it'll be fine. Sort of. It's gonna be fine. Listen, let's focus on our successes for a moment, okay? We've got these 2 yellow businesses here. They're both completely fine. We've got a well-tended circle and a happy square, and this buddy over here is completely content with existence, having just been birthed. It's totally fine and good. Everything over here is totally fine and good. We're not having any problems. Why do you ask? Now, as for everything else, listen, bud, situations are what they are sometimes, and sometimes you gotta, oh boy, listen, it's gonna work out, it's gonna be okay, maybe, it's gonna, hi, you're a circle now. Oh, that's bad. I don't like that at all. Who said you could be a circle? I don't remember approving you to be a circle. That seems like a frankly irresponsible choice on your part. For you to be a circle? I don't know if we can condone that sort of behavior. Are we just gonna let businesses go circular around here? Is that the kind of life we're building? Is that the kind of world we're willing to create? I don't think it is. Now, granted, I don't really have a say in these things, but anyway, situation developing. The situation is this yellow business. The situation is also a cast member of the Jersey Shore, I think. It was Jersey Shore that gave us the situation, right? I think that sounds right. I also think that my Spotify has been entirely too quiet today. Spotify, be louder. That's better. How dare you play a soft, melancholic piano theme? The hell are you thinking? We're trying to lay a sound bed for our background music and such. Now, what I could do is swing motorway number 2 and have these 3 voop down into this way. and then have these yellows join these light blues on motorway number 4, which sounds feasible. Or, alternately, I could do something more complicated and therefore better? It doesn't sound right. But still, this right here is more complicated and therefore better as we tunnel our way through here, into this roundabout, down into the eastern entrance here. Actually, hold on. I just thought of another good reason not to do that. Another good reason not to do that is that by doing that, I've connected these light blue houses to this light blue business, and for that matter, these light blue houses to all 3 of these light blue businesses. Yeah, actually, that's a wonderful reason not to do that thing I just did. Okay. All right. Hold on. Recalibrations are happening. We're undoing that whole damn thing we just did. Motorway number 2 is going to swing over here. Definitely not go over this mountain. What are you talking about? These 4 yellows are going to swoop into this business down here. Meanwhile, this business up here will now be supported by this yellow house. And you, yellows in this manner, shall swoop up here, grab that. There. Away you go. Okay. So now yellows and light blues working together shall come up here into this double plaza, which is once again left completely on its own independence and not hooked into the horrifying blue nightmare network. Listen, it's quite the nightmare network. Although, hold on, I think we just saved 2 traffic lights with that one bridge, because what we can do is we take away this traffic light and we unherk this bridge here, right? We make that be a little bit nicer times. All right, Spotify, now you're too loud. It's almost as though I have different volume levels on the songs in the Anyway, it's another thing I should do is every once in a while I go through and I remove all of the songs that don't actually want to be played as background noise in YouTube, and I should do that more judiciously. Anyway, don't yell at me, YouTube. I'm working on it. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this traffic light and peel these 3 light blues away from stuff. And then you will diagonalize yourself up through the harbor and into here. And now, rather than having 7 light blue houses support 3 light blue businesses, we have 4 light blue houses support 2 light blue businesses, 5 light blue houses support 2 light blue businesses, which is better, question mark. Right? It's better. Yeah. Oh, Amanda Show references. They're topical. All right. This dark blue has come into existence. That's basically fine because we can staple these roads together over here. We'll have you go up that way. You may swing in like so. Stupendous. Hi there, you're a circle. That's kind of gross and kind of not a big deal at the same time. Like, certainly don't love it, but sort of don't think it really matters. Well, I mean, fullness of time, that's definitely going to be a big deal. Here, give me a second and third traffic light. We've got a whole bunch of grays over here that aren't really doing anything. So if I get, like, a bridge or something, I can definitely make this whole nonsense work better. It's just, you know, a matter of getting that second bridge or something. Also, this gray business over here is eventually going to get mad at the fact that it only has 3 houses, and at present I don't really have a way to service aid it. Well, actually, I was going to be upset about the status of this green thing and its, horrifying insistence on existence, but it turns out not a big deal because we had a tunnel. So because we have a tunnel, we can just swoop right through here, bore through the rock and all that, get down over here, get into this business. That'll be fine. These Greys are angry. Okay. I understand, Greys. Life can be hard and difficult. I don't have what one would consider a super great answer to that, but I at least understand your conundrum. Now then. All right, here's what we'll do. I have a plan. Well, not so much a plan as an idea. Let's do this. We're going to grab this road here. We're going to swoop this road in such a way as to avoid this recently overfucked business. This recently overfucked business right here is going to come and get its support from a bridge that will come from this general part of the world. I don't really know exactly where in that general part of the world. I think maybe our bridge point is going to start right here-ish. So, like, you and all of you can go over there. And also, all the fucking Greys in the world, actually. Listen, let me just bring all the Greys in the world, by which I mean these 3, 5, 6 Greys right here. Here, yellows, get out of the way. You're sort of here. You're just going to smash together at this intersection. And listen, that's a bad intersection. I'm not going to lie to you, Greys. This is some suboptimal business placement, but it's going to be fine. Have you considered that it's actually going to be just fine? So here's the plan. I only have one bridge. Shit. So here's the new plan. All of these Greys and all of these Greys are going to come up here and they're going to meet at one roundabout. And then, do you remember the fun times we had when there was a traffic light up here? You remember how that was joyous and helpful and nurturing to our very own personal souls? Well, let's do it again. So basically what I've done is I've flooded all of these extra Greys into here. They're going to join with these Greys in this roundabout and come up here and get off that away, and everything's going to be joyous and happy and grand. And also I'm stealing a yellow for this guy. You remember when I said that these yellow business were perfectly harmonious and everything was cool? Yeah, it turns out they're fucked. Also, this yellow business exists now, and oh, friends, I have no plans to save that. How am I going to save that? I don't know. You are a light blue. You should go that away. Actually, I think we need you to come up here because hey, why would there be cars flowing out of... Oh, these yellows are... Oh, I don't like that. Oh, apparently these yellow houses here have realized that they can get into this yellow business by awkwarding through this intersection and then into the roundabout and then right here, which, oh, that's truly terrible. Oh, well, I'm sure it's fine, actually. Meanwhile, we're going to run this truly lovely yellow connecting road down here, and these two yellow houses will be the sustenance point for this yellow business. Clearly, obviously, I see no problem with that. Here, you go there, you point there, you point there, you and you and you and you. Here, Let's just feed more light blues up this way. Oh, thank fuck a motorway. Okay. Let's save something. It almost doesn't even matter what. We just have to save something. Okay. Let's peel these. First of all, you can go down there. We're going to peel these 3 grays off of this. We're going to murder kill this traffic light. And we're going to kill this again. We can never decide whether or not we actually want a traffic light there. It's dependent entirely on vibes. All right, you, and you take motorway number 5 into this business. Can you actually do that? I think so. Great, do it. Go. Okay. So we've taken a little bit of pressure. We've taken a little bit of pressure off of this roundabout and this intersection just because there's less gray demand happening eventually. Like, hopefully, with more dedicated grayness, this gray circle can catch up. It appears to be doing so. It appears to not presently be dying anymore, which is great. You love to see it. We take a little bit of heat off of here, and by doing that, we just relieve, like, look at this tension happening here. This tension happening here doesn't need to actually happen here. You know, I bet a traffic light would go down reasonably smooth right there. Yeah! Look at how quickly that increased the flow of traffic. Holy shit, it's like I actually know what I'm doing. Holy shit. Holy shit, it's like I was actually able to diagnose and solve a problem real quick. Gasp! We can't possibly have that. Oh, hi. This gray over here has gotten angry about stuff. Okay, well, listen, I'm gonna have to steal 2 gray houses from over here, and we're just gonna pretend that's fine. It's totally fine. It's not robbing Peter or paying Paul or anything. We're just reallocating resources in a pleasant, directed manner. Do you have a problem with that? Tell me 5 things you did last week or you're fired. Go. Let's take 3 and 4 traffic lights? Sure. Oh, every light blue in the world is mad, huh? Well, that's bad. I don't really have the infrastructure to deal with every light blue in the world being mad. Okay, this yellow doesn't... I think the game might just be mad at me now, because this yellow has no reason to be mad. You have 4 houses in a straight shot motorway, you yellow business. Also, this one's going to be the one that... Yep, okay. Okay, fine. 2,679 commuters over 107 days. It feels like a good score. I think we did reasonably well today. We did quite well today, actually. Top 3%, and yet... Drop those samurai slams in the chat. Oh, failure and deletion. We have not defeated the Samuel, but we have brought in the Wordle? I don't know. Is that a good thing? Maybe. Potentially. Here comes the Wordle. Hello, Wordle. Alright. It could be Olive. Could absolutely be Olive. It's not, but, you know. It might have been. There's an E in the... Ooh, that was a powerful wheeze. Hold on. Always nice when you breathe in and suddenly it sounds like you're playing a slide whistle with your lungs. Now then. So, there's an E in this word. That doesn't really help much, but it could be feast. Could absolutely be feast. It's not, but it was a reasonable guess at the time. Nothing wrong, no issues at all with the guess. It just turned out to be incorrect, which is a thing that happens. It could be firm. Now, granted, firm isn't a word, but aside from that problem, it could absolutely have been firm. Here, let's narrow down where this E is. It could be cheek. There's nothing saying it's not. It turns out that it's not, but at the moment it could have been. All right, so we know where the E goes. We haven't learned anything else. I've put in 3 words and we have 1 green letter. It's a bad start. But, you know, No, I don't have actually. Okay. It could be droop. Now, granted, that's not a word in that spelling, but could have been. You just have to put your mind past your antiquated notions of fairness in words. Once you do that, everything seems to make more sense. Okay. Antiquated notions of fairness in words. It's the title of the episode? Sure. It's probably funnier than whatever the thing I already deleted was. God. Okay. It's not order because there's no O. Clancy, you're very excited about this incorrect word I guessed. Which, granted, I only guessed because of you, but still. Well, I mean, it's not going to be like the past tense version of a thing, so it's not going to be anything that ends ED. Maybe it just means something that is covered in runes. Yeah? Could be runed? No? Okay, well, listen, we're getting somewhere. We're slowly approaching having gotten anywhere. Okay. Now, one thing I notice is we've used every vowel except Y, which, interesting. Good morning, Wade in 11. Oh, I like that animated wave emote. Oh, I like that animated flap emote. Oh, it's a crow, but it's doing the cat thing. Oh, that's a very good emote. That's a very good emote, Clancy. It's a tremendous emote. Okay. So, I do have it, because I am a subscriber to Clancy the Crow, as should you be. Clancy is a tremendous streamer. Almost said YouTuber. I don't think Clancy puts vids on YouTube yet. Or ever. I don't know. I don't want to tell Clancy what to do. What the hell are we doing with this word? We are staring at it confusedly. Cocking our head to the side, scratching our temple, that sort of thing. The fuck is this word, y'all? Ow. So, we've used A, E, I, O, and U, and the video game has basically told us to fuck off. It can't be dried because there's no I. It could be drier. Yeah, it could be. The thing that, yeah, okay. The thing what bakes your wet clothes. No. I mean, that is kind of sort of what happens. You put it in a box and you apply heat and you wait, but that doesn't sound right. It's more like a rotisserie oven of clothing, actually, because there's spinning involved. Why do you call it a dryer and not a clothes rotisserie? It's probably a good reason. Let's play Timeguessr. All right. Go away, Wordle rules. I want people to tell me things. All right. So, I'm getting sort of vaguely Russian vibes. Oh, but Peter S. has identified this as Dutch. Okay. So, this is the International Class Solidarity? I don't know. We got international twice. This I'm willing to bet is solidarity. This is, well, it says class and also Instrid, but, you know, we can focus on the class. So this is some sort of class solidarity march. Yay. Given the general vibes, the long-hairedness and all of that, thinking 60s, 70s. Definitely could be sort of Dutch. If we knew where the Grand Hotel Krasnopolski was, it's entirely possible that it's in Krasnopolski, come to think of it. Is Krasnopolski a city in the Netherlands? Maybe. Possibly. What do you say, sign? Ein Word van Lifte. So, one world car elevator. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's correct. Okay. This is China Corner. Fair. Class breakdown. Okay. So these marchers are saying, hey, all of you rich people are sort of overfucking every other group of people. Now it's time for every other group of people to responsively overfuck you in kind. Gee, if only anyone had thought of that. That would be nice. The Grand Hotel Krasnopolski is in Amsterdam. Hey, we have an actual Dutch person here to help us. Thank you, Sonny. Oh, Clancy, there's some half-assed don't buy anything movement for the 28th, which, okay. When's the 28th? Is that Friday? Yeah, that's Friday. Okay. Listen, it comes from a place of good ideasery, even if itself is kind of... Anyway, so we're in Amsterdam. It's probably some grand hotel around here somewhere. Presumably. Let's see here. You're the Rembrandt House Museum. There you go, Clancy. Listen, I am of two beliefs, and I don't believe these are contrasting beliefs. I am of the belief that a legitimately well-organized base level capital strike of the everyday modern person could actually enact basically any societal change that we as a group want to see happen. I am also of the belief that that sort of thing doesn't get pulled together out of thin air in 3 weeks, promoted exclusively via celebrities on Instagram. And, well, I don't think I live in an entire bubble, and the only thing I've seen about this is within the last 3 weeks I've seen celebrities on Instagram post about it. Like, I don't care how many trees are on the hill in North Carolina where you shot your TV show, celebrities I follow on Instagram. You're not getting behind a capital strike that's been thrown together out of nowhere in 3 weeks. I just don't think that's gonna work. Anyway, here, that's the Grand Hotel. Also, when is this? I don't think we ever settled on when this is. 1968. 72. Okay. And it was right next to the Royal Palace. That, I suppose, makes sense. Cool. Good start. Next. Did I mention I have a heart out and I have to be on a Zoom call at 8? Because those are factual statements. Okay, so we got... judging from the vibe, I'm feeling post-war bombiness here. I don't know. This is definitely something that was a thing and then fell apart and is now several million pieces of a thing. Probably not in an intentional manner. And over here, we have what appears to be well-funded public transportation, which could mean we're not in the United States, although it is an old picture. That used to be a thing in some places. You say Bovril, which... Burnley... Now, this sign isn't actually in English, so... Your Bosun's Soap. Bovril is exceedingly British. Okay, alright, listen. Could we be in London post-Blitz? No, this feels too... No, this isn't the 40s. This is too bowler hats and Charlie Chaplin-y to be the... No, this is the teens or 20s. This is not the 1940s. So... I'm sorry, are you a statue? I don't... Maybe there's a hole involved. I'm not... There's got to be a hole involved here. It's got... Okay. Sorry. All right. Sorry for laughing at you, you century-old long dead British dude. So, we're somewhere in England. Can't really narrow it down more than that. Like some generally industrial. Wait, zoom, enhance. Could that be like? I don't think that's Westminster Abbey, because there would be another one. But okay, so we're somewhere near Jolly Tall Buildings Town. And given that we're in England, we might as well just assume that we're in Jolly London Town. Do you matter? Are you famous? What's the deal with the statue of the guy at the top of a spire? The statue of the guy at the top of a spire? Are you a big deal? All right. Yeah, I'm feeling Jolly London Town circa 1918. Yeah, Jolly London Town circa 1918. Sure. Where in Jolly London Town? I don't fucking know. Not exceedingly close to the river. How about that? We're going to say not exceedingly close to the river. We're going to say here. 1918. Hey, 1916. But also it was Ireland, which is similar to Jolly London Town. Don't read too much into that, Irish separatists or unifiers. Turns out Star Trek was incorrect about a thing. Stunner, I know. All right. So, hi there. Well, gee, I think we have at least a hint as to when this picture was taken. Not necessarily a guarantee. These are German election results. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we're somewhere in Germany, like yesterday. Yeah, we're probably at, I don't know, German CNN. We could be at German CNN. Are you a famous statue? I don't know if you're a famous statue. Possibly. Yeah, we're somewhere in Berlin, taken earlier this week. Turns out fascism's on the rise in Germany. That always ends well, right? That historically means good things for all peoples. Oh, boy. All right. Here. We are here. Listen, we're not going to narrow it down any more than that. We're somewhere in Germany yesterday, or earlier this week or something. Hey, we're 2 miles away. Neat. Next. All right. We got Arabic script. Seems about right. And general old-timey vibes. We've got dudes in fezzes. We've got tiny children playing with... Child, are you super excited because it turns out that the ball's on a string which is attached to your cup? Sort of looks like that's what's happening here, but also you have a bowl, so you might just be happy about food, which reasonable. All right. My guy here appears... No, actually, 2 people appear to realize that there's a photograph being taken. Thinking 40s? Some of that, yeah, it does sort of look like reminiscent of the Saudi Arabian flag. But I think, like, on the Saudi flag, this is a sword rather than a random swoopy decoration thing. Which, you know. But yeah, could definitely see that vibe. No, it's not the same pattern. They had phones? Ooh, who had phones? Oh! They have phones. I see. So you've sussed out that this is a phone number, which reasonable. Helps us narrow things down a little bit. Have a good day, Wade11. Thank you for being here. It does say tell and then some numbers. Yeah. So, okay. So yeah, that is a telephone sort of thing. We've got... I thought that might be an electric lantern, but no. Yeah, actually, there does appear to be some electric lighting going on here. Yeah, 40s, 50s. For lack of a super specific feel, like, I just don't know enough about the Middle East to narrow this down any further than, well, this says Muhammad and Mecca's in Saudi Arabia, so, which probably isn't, the best way of going about things, but, we've got the Arabic script and okay, so we're somewhere in Saudi Arabia in 1951? Could be Morocco, could be Egypt, could be Qatar. Listen, we're in Saudi Arabia in 1951. I think that might be the best we're gonna do. It's entirely possible that that's just the best we're gonna do. Here, let's stick ourselves in Riyadh, just so that if it turns out this is Iran or Turkmenistan, which it theoretically could be, I don't think it is, or for that matter, it could be Egypt. Listen, we could be in Egypt. It's entirely possible that we're in Egypt. Anyway, we're in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in 1950, I don't know, one. It's 1935. This is Cairo. Okay. All right. Fine. I accept that. So, we've got... my first immediate thought is this is the Great Depression in the United States. We've got groceries. We have low prices. Yeah, I knocked over a thing. So, we got a bunch of dudes, mostly dudes, not entirely dudes, but we got a bunch of dudes lining up outside a building. Are you here for food? Are you here to work? Are you here to buy stuff? Who could possibly say? Oh. Lacey Milling, Hanford, California. Hey. Thank you, Grain Bushel. A very soft bag-like bushel, but we're going to go with bushel. All right. So, for lack of anything more specific, unless I can pull a state off of the license plate on this car, absolutely cannot. Yeah, we're going to go that we're in Hanford, California in 1939. Seems reasonable. I don't see why we wouldn't. Yeah, okay. Hanford, California, 1937. That's fine. Hey, I have a question. Just general for the Californians out there. The fuck is Hanford? I don't know where Hanford is. California, do you have a Hanford in you? It's kind of right in the middle of the state. Oh, thank you, Sam. Samurai Sam, the California knower. Good. All right. Like Greater Fresno area? Come here, Greater Fresno area. Where's your Hanford? The California Googler. Ah, I see. All right. Oh. All right. Listen. We could. Well, I was going to say, fuck that, we're in Raisin City. But then I found Hanford, so we should probably just be in Hanford. Fine. All right. Oh, there's a Comfort Inn in Hanford, California. Good for you, Hanford. All right. Here. We'll put you... Looking to see if there's a grocery store anywhere. Sounds like work. All right. We're at the Zaytuna in Hanford, California in 1938. We are 20 miles away from there. Not too far from Visalia. I have some relatives who used to live in Visalia. It is a very hoity-toity town these days. Anyway. No, not Visalia. Valencia. It's a different hoity-toity town. Yeah, Valencia's down near Los Angeles. Anyway, we're in the Great Depression. It's 1940. Cool. 41,309 feels like a good, fine, reasonable score. Good job, Goog. Well done. for today's Immaculate Grid. We're not going to do the Immaculate Grid. It's 7:54. I got to get off the computer. We have a hard out. Did I mention the hard out? So this has been Good Morning Mini Motorways. Leave your Immaculate Grid results in comments or whatever. Yeah, that's it. Engagement. Ha ha. Also, I think the clip reel might be dead. Oh no. Clip reel, are you dead? If I refresh my cache of you, do you magically stop being dead? You might just be dead. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna need a new outro. And BRB screen. Oh, this sounds like work. Bye.